Well, look who it is. It's Jarrod Dickenson. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Jarrod.
Are you good?
I'm doing well. Yeah, just finished playing.
How was it?
It was great. Yeah, killer crowd. Festival seems like a well-oiled machine, especially for its first year.
It's kind of hit the ground running, hasn't it? It seems like it's really well.
Absolutely, yeah.
And you played the porch.
We did, yeah. The front porch. I couldn't believe it. They built a house on site, and
did you feel like you were at home?
Yeah, a little bit. Although my front porch is not nearly as nice as that one. So
it had smoke coming out the chimney last night.
Did it really?
Extra authenticity.
Yeah.
Wow, incredible.
One of the things that I was shocked about you is you are from Texas.
I am, yeah.
So how does an Americana artist from Texas end up in New York?
Yeah, well, I think it's kind of the age-old story. Wherever you grow up is the place that you want to leave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I did my time in Texas. Still love it there. My entire family's there, but I was looking for something else, and New York was that.
Well, you were quite late to the to country music, though, weren't you? In general, as an artist.
I was late to music. Certainly, I didn't pick up a guitar until I was 18.
Wow.
And yeah, country music. Though back in the States, I wouldn't be considered a country singer. No. But over here, I get that label, which is fine.
We talk about these distinctions all the time, and the difference between the US and the UK, and where country begins and Americana ends, and it's
the lines are a lot more blurred here, which I actually think is a good thing because it's sort of more inclusive. Whereas in other spots, it's your Americana, your country, your folk, your rock and roll. Yeah. Whereas over here, it's all kind of jumbled together, which is a nice thing.
And it's allowed you to get a major record deal, with the historic Decca Records.
That's right. Yeah.
The period after you were in New York, because you're now Nashville based, right? You've got a favourite place to play as when you're home. Is there a home venue for you?
Yeah, well, there's a great spot that is on the east side where the Family Wash used to be located, called Vinyl Tap, which is it's sort of mixing vices where they have draft beer and a record shop all in one.
Perfect. You don't have to leave.
Yeah, they even have cup holders by all of the records, which is just a dangerous thing to drink and shop.
That's terrible. Yeah, I'd never leave myself.
Yeah, exactly. You mentioned great musicians in Nashville. Does it keep you on your toes a little bit as a musician?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, the guy that's serving you coffee in the morning could play you under the table. So it's definitely a place that makes you want to get your chops up and be better. It's an inspiring place. Yeah,
because your style is this amazing combination of a very striking voice, one thing, but also your guitar style. How has that developed over a long period of time?
Well, he started playing when he was 18. It was incredible.
Yeah. It's mine is a very primitive and sort of lumberjack approach to playing guitar. It's kind of brutal at times, but
it works.
Well, I'll take that. Thank you very much.
Yeah. When did the vocal style kind of take hold? Did you always sound like that?
No, I didn't. I started trying to sing, when I picked up guitar. I always sung in the car and in the shower, but never really in front of people. And I actually heard some old demos of about when I was 20, maybe. And thankfully my voice has gotten better, so hopefully it'll continue to do so.
Yeah.
So were you self-taught on the guitar?
Yeah, mostly. Yeah, I took a few lessons when I first started, but for the most part, it's just watching other people and trying to figure it out.
And you did an amazing song with your wife.
Yeah, Your Heart Belongs to Me.
Yeah. It's beautiful. How did that come about? I mean, because is she a musician as well?
Well, she's Irish.
She can sing.
So
she's got a beautiful voice.
She. That song came about. We dated long distance actually for 3.5 years, New York to Belfast, and that song I wrote kind of in the middle of that long distance relationship, and took some doing, but I convinced her that it should be a duet and that she should sing. And yeah, very glad
it was definitely about her for a start, I guess.
Yeah.
Very June and Johnny.
Well, we'll take that.
Yeah, that's all right, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not a bad one. Yeah. So do you think anyone can be a songwriter?
Well, I think anyone can write a song. There's some people that I think probably shouldn't. Who have.
Because
we shouldn't get into that.
Because that is a very personal song, isn't it? So it's kind of really from the heart. But so do you always feel like you have to have a purpose, and when you're writing about something, it has to be something personal?
I think you have to have a purpose. I don't think it always needs to be personal, but I do think you should be very purposeful when you're writing. To go back to our previous phrase there are some people that probably shouldn't write a song, and they're the ones that aren't purposeful and don't don't take writing seriously, I suppose, but I don't think they all need to be personal songs. You know, in fact, I kind of shy away usually about writing necessarily about me, but telling a good story is paramount.
It's the key, isn't it? It's a country and Americana.
Yeah. I was asking one of our other guests about the difference between Texas country and Tennessee country. Can you define it? Is it
Well, I mean, I'm not a particular fan of either, to be honest with you. They're both sort of bro country, you know, my truck and my baby and my beer and my flag.
Yes.
Which I don't have a lot of time for necessarily, but there are a lot of absolutely brilliant songwriters that have come out of both Texas and Tennessee. I mean, you have Guy Clark and Willie Nelson and Townes Van Zandt all coming out of Texas, and you know, all three of them know how to get straight to the heart of the matter, and that's kind of what you want.
Are they some of your influences?
Certainly, yeah. Would be later influences though.
Yeah.
I grew up listening to my dad's record collection, which was, you know, British rock and roll from the '60s, Beatles and Stones and the
I knew he was gonna say that.
Yeah, I mean, that was kind of my upbringing. That and great American blues and kind of folk music. So country music sort of came when I left Texas. I sort of opened my mind to it a little bit and discovered people like Guy Clark, which totally blew me away and changed the way that I thought about writing songs.
Still so underrated, really, isn't it? This general scheme of things.
Yeah,
you know?
I mean, and he was the master.
Yeah.
Absolute master.
Master of minimalism or something, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Just, you know.
Well, that's it. He would cut straight through all the BS and get right to what matters.
That's right.
So what's next for you? Where are you heading after this?
Heathrow.
Yeah.
We're coming back in October. Going to do a run of dates supporting Ethan Johns in the UK,
playing with Ethan,
which very excited about.
You were playing with Don McLean before that, aren't you?
Did, yeah. We've done a couple of tours with Don over the years. Did a long one this spring, 30 dates across the UK and Ireland.
That must be an experience.
Yeah.
What's he like?
He's still brilliant. I mean, talk about a songwriter. The guy wrote, obviously, American Pie, but Vincent has to be one of the greatest songs ever written.
The whole American Pie album, actually.
It's, I mean, the whole thing is just a treasure. Yeah. And we're doing a few dates with him in Germany, beginning of October. So yeah, it should be great.
So we invited you back again.
Yeah.
So you did a good job.
I hope so.
Wonderful stuff. Thank you.
Thank you very much.